Hello students, we are going to start poem 4, A Thing of Beauty. It is written by John Keats. He was born in London in the year 1795 and died in Rome in 1821 at the young age of 25 due to illness. He is a romantic poet and his poetry is characterized by sensual imagery in his most popular work, which is a series of odes. Odes are lyrical poem which is meant for a particular subject. Let's discuss the background of poem. It is based on Greek mythology about a shepherd named Endymion, his quest for his love Diana, and how in his quest he falls in love with the earthly maiden who later turns out to be Dinah herself. Let's begin the poem. A thing of beauty is joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams, and health and quiet breathing. Bower is the word which means, here it is, bower means a shady place under the tree. The poet says that beauty stays forever. It never fades away. Rather, it increases with its passing time. The perception of the poet regarding beauty is that it never goes off with the passing time. Rather, it beautifies more and more. For the poet, beauty is like a beautiful shady tree, under whose shade all the creatures can sleep peacefully and enjoy good health. The literary device used over here are alliteration, sleep, sweet. Let's move on to the next stanza. Therefore, on every morrow we are wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the human dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways. Made for our searching, yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Morrow means tomorrow, the following day. Wreathing means surround, encircle. Despondence, it means depressed. Gloomy means sad. The poet says that every day it is a beauty which fills the spirit to live. It is the beauty which builds the desire in us to live, though there are sad moments and cruel people around us. So here the poet wants to say that without beauty on earth will be full of cruel people, sad and gloomy moments. It is the beauty which is created by God, which help us to remove the sadness from our hearts. Literary device over here is again alliteration. It's noble nature. Let's move on to the next stanza. Such the sun, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon. For simple sheep, and such are daffodils. With the green world they live in, and clear rills, that for themselves a cooling covert make, gainst the hot season, the mid-forest break. Here, the word meaning, Rills means a small stream. Break, it means a process to slow down. Here the poet describes the beautiful things which are present on earth. These are sun, moon, trees, flowers, and the rivers. Poet says that all these things are like blessing bestowed on all the creatures by earth. He further describes that the trees provide us with their shade, flowers, and their beauty, and rivers with their coolness during hot summers. All of these are beauties of nature, which are like a boon for us. Here, as a poetic device, imagery is being used. Since we can see, we can imagine the things, the trees, the shade, we can imagine these things, we can visualize these things through these words. So that is why it is imagery. Let's move on to the further poem. Rich with sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is grandeur of the dooms. We have imagined for the mighty dead all lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens bring. If we discuss the word meanings, the first word is grandeur. It means high rank or socially important. Mighty, strong, enormous. Immortal means never dying. And brink. Brink means edge. The poet further carries on with the description of more beautiful things present on earth, such as beautiful musk roses, which have such a nice fragrance. Then he describes the tales of mighty warriors who laid their lives for the countries or for humanity. He says that these beautiful things are the gift from God for all of us. They are like nectar given by God to us. And these are those beauties which are immortal and give us reason to live on this earth despite having so many sorrows in this life. Here the poetic device is immortal drink. Immortal drink. It is metaphor. Immortal drink over here means beautiful objects of nature are forever, like a never-ending portion of drink. New words if we discuss. We have already discussed the new words. I just hope you have understood the poem well. It is one of the most beautiful poems of the poet John. Let me summarize this poem once more. A Thing of Beauty is a poem taken from poem titled Endymion, a poetic romance, written by famous poet John Keats. The poet says that beautiful things is a source of endless joy. It has eternal beauty which never fades away. A beautiful thing is like a shady shelter which gives us a sleep full of sweet dreams, good health and relaxation. Our attachments to the earthly things are like flowery wreath. They are traps which bind us to the materialistic things and keeps us away from eternal happiness. The earth is full of hatred, greed and negativity. According to the poet, the gloom and sadness caused by the negativity fades away with the positive vibes of beautiful things that surrounds us. The poet lists out some of the beautiful things that surround us. As the saying goes, beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. He says that the number of creations of God, like the sun, which gives us energy, the moon's beauty, the tree, which gives us shade, are natural beauties around us. The various animals like sheep that surround us to make our world lively. The pretty flowers like daffodils make the world green and lively. The falling streams of water cool and refresh us in the hot summer season. The forest, which are full of pretty musk rose flowers, are beautiful sight to the eyes. All these are things of beauty. Also the stories of brave soldiers who laid their lives to protect their people, and beautiful and inspiring. These beautiful things are like fountain of immortality bestowed upon us by God. They inspire us to live on and maintain our faith in God. Thank you.